Tariq, he said in the beginning, we need to get out of our comfort zone. So I'm really following Tariq. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm gonna give unprepared speech, maybe for the first time of my life. So Tariq said this morning he was reading a quote. So actually this morning, that reminds me, this morning I was having my breakfast and I was using my chopstick. So this made me think. So some of you may not use chopstick, some of you may use fork and knife. So to start, I'd like to ask you guys a question. So so when you have dinner, how many of you guys use a fork and a knife? Okay, so most of you guys use fork and a knife. So actually I use chopstick. So actually I use chopstick for my first 23 years old. So I had my education in China and I worked 1 year in China. And after that I went to a graduate school in Canada. So for all my time in China, I have been using chopstick all the time. So after I went to graduate school in Canada, so I started using fork and knife, but not so often. So only when I was dining out with my friends in the restaurant. But it's not so often because I was a student. I could not afford dining out every day. So that being said, like speaking in Chinese is like, I feel like for me speaking in Chinese is like using chopstick. It's very natural. I feel very comfortable. But speaking English, to me, I feel like I was using fork. I mean, it's okay. It's not so natural. So how not so natural? Let me give you a simple example. So the first semesters in my graduate school in Canada, so I was a teaching assistant for my professor. So I guess most of you know what a teaching assistant does. Okay, so basically I was preparing the homework and grading the homework and put office out to the student. But 1 week my professor he had to attend a conference, so he asked me to give a lecture for him. I remember the course name is Introduction to Probability and Statistics. So as you might have known, probability and statistics is something like it's a tough course. I mean, specifically for the junior students, so it's hard to understand. So for me, even if I have to explain probability and statistics in Chinese, I need some time to think about how I can explain this clearly. So not to mention in English. So but since my professor asked me to do the lecture for him, so I had no choice. So I studied up. So I remember clearly. So when I was giving the lecture, like 5 minutes into the class, like 1/3 of the students, they stood up and they left the classroom. And about 10 minutes, so about 1/2 of them left the classroom. It was a big classroom, maybe over 100 students. So at the end of the class, like maybe only barely half of the students, they remained in the classroom. So I was very, very embarrassed during the lecture and after the lecture for a while. So I thought, okay, so I do need to improve my English. This is something like come natural, so I do need to practice to improve. So what did I do? So I found a tutor. So she was a student at that time as well. She had a program, so she has to go to China for an exchange program. So she wanted to learn some Chinese. So I wanted to learn some English. So I kind of paired up with her. So she started teaching me the pronunciation for each single letter, like how to pronounce A, how to pronounce O, and what's the difference between L and N. So something very basic. I know for many of you, it sounds unbelievable because you guys did this in the elementary school. But I started learning this in my graduate school. So, but that's what happened to me. So I think I improved a little bit. So after I finished my master's degree in Canada, so I moved to UCLA for my PhD study. So I didn't stop improving my English. So I took a spoken English class at UCLA. So because I was trying to improve my spoken English. Again, I mean this sounds very basic to you guys, but it was very hard for me at that time. So at UCLA, so this time my professor, she asked me to be a teaching assistant again. So I said, yeah, no problem. So I will, yeah, the teaching assistant. So this time the teaching assistant has a different, I mean, the teaching assistant in the United States is kind of different from the teaching assistant in Canada. So in Canada, basically you need to just read the homeworks and go to office hours. But at UCLA, so I have to lead the discussions. Like it's like 2-hour discussions every week to discuss the lecture, the question of the students. So I have to stand in front of the students and explain the equations and the concepts to all of them. So yeah, I felt okay to accept this offer from my professor. So I think overall I did pretty well. And this time I remember the course is water resources engineering. So yeah, I would say it's even more difficult than the probability and statistics. I mean, it's even harder to explain the water resources engineering to the students who never had this kind of experience before. So, but overall, I think I did a good job. So yeah, I think I needed the discussion successfully. So I think in the end, so the students they even elected me as the teaching assistant of the year. So that's a very rare award. That was the first time for an international student in the department to receive an award. So I was very impressed. So so to sum up, so I think to improve something, you really need to have passion in the first place. So you have to have the willing to improve, and you're willing to spend time to improve. That's really the first part you gotta have. And the second part is action. So yeah, so I know many of us have many great ideas, but if you don't put it into action, so yeah, you will get nothing. So and I think that sums up my speech today. And by the way, I'm very comfortable in using fork. And